Hi, I'm Daniel and welcome to this edition of Hot Performers Show. In today's show, we'll be throwing some light on AMP and Macquarie shares price again today, so let's begin. The shares of AMP traded in the red today after it was announced the sale of its global equities and fixed income businesses to Macquarie Asset Management. But after a while, they were back in the green zone. AMP is an ASX-listed blue chip wealth management company. Macquarie Asset Management is a part of Macquarie Group. According to the company, as part of the agreement, assets under management of 47 billion Australian dollars will be transferred from AMP Capital to Macquarie Asset Management. So on that note, let's get to know about Macquarie Group. Well, Macquarie Group is an ASX-listed company that provides services related to banking, financial advisory, investments, as well as funds and funds management. Today, Macquarie Group shares were trading in the green zone, trading at 0.91% higher. The shares of Macquarie Group have gained over 31% in the last 12 months. In July 2021, Macquarie had announced that Macquarie Asset Management had signed a binding agreement to acquire AMP Capital's global equity and fixed income business. This acquisition included fixed income, listed Australian equities, listed real estate and listed infrastructure, with the consideration of around 185 million Australian dollars. The group commands a market capitalisation of 75.91 billion. Now looking at AMP today, the shares of AMP were spotted trading 0.052% lower at 95 cents per share before gaining some ground. AMP shares have lost almost 27% in the last 12 months, while the company's shares are down 5% so far in 2022. Looking at the previous 5-year data, we can see that the stock is underperforming compared to the broader financial sector. It is worth mentioning that AMP shares have not fared considerably well in the last few days, though the stock ended higher on Friday. One reason for this could be that the company's decision to withhold its dividend in its full year financial results for 2021. Well, all that being said, it's important to note that today's announcement revealed that the sale announcement announced on 8th of July last year was subject to several conditions, which have now been satisfied. Following the completion of the transaction, AMP will receive an overall completion amount of nearly 63 million Australian dollars in cash from Macquarie Asset Management. AMP has mentioned that it continues to remain eligible for an additional cash earnout of up to 75 million Australian dollars payable the second year after the completion of a transaction, subject to certain conditions, such as revenue targets. The amount is uncertain as retention of asset under management is the main driver. AMP shares were trading at 96 cents Australian today. Well, that's all for now on this edition of Hot Performers Show. Meanwhile, keep watching Kalkine TV for the latest on market and business news. This is Daniel reporting for Kalkine TV.